So let's take a step back and let's review what we have covered over the course of this module. So first of all, we reviewed the different scaling approaches and services for Amazon EC2. We reviewed horizontal versus vertical scaling, and we talked about leveraging auto-scaling groups and ELBs. We then examined approaches for controlling access to Amazon EC2 instances, and we talked about ways that you could leverage security groups, network ACLs, and AWS VPN. We then explored services to protect our infrastructure from hacking and attacks. So we looked at services like Shield and Macie and Inspector. And then we introduced the developer tools on AWS. We looked at Code Commit and Code Build and Code Deploy, Code Pipeline, and CodeStar. And then we reviewed approaches for launching predefined solutions on Amazon EC2 from both the AWS Service Catalog and the AWS Marketplace. So now let's take a look at our scenarios. So we had Ellen, and Ellen was trying to figure out how they could create compliant IT services that other departments could use. So what would you recommend? Well, in this case, AWS Service Catalog would be a great choice. These services are designed just for use within their organization, so here is where Service Catalog would work well, whereas Marketplace would be more for third-party services that can be launched on AWS. Next, we had Tim, and he was trying to figure out how to deal with this downtime on EC2. So what would you recommend for Tim? Well, in this case, Tim needs to look at creating an EC2 auto-scaling group alongside an Elastic Load Balancer, because this would enable them to respond automatically if a server goes down and spin up another one. In addition, they could have multiple servers running at any point in time and route users to the healthy servers and not to the unhealthy ones. Okay, finally, we had Jane. And Jane's company is dealing with this sensitive information, and she is worried about a breach going unnoticed. So what would you recommend to Jane and her company? Well, in this case, Amazon Macie would be a great choice because it gives them the ability to use machine learning to classify their data, find the data that's sensitive, and then monitor that data and its access patterns. And it can proactively alert them if it sees any anomalies happening within any of those patterns.